Hi, I'm Holly Coates, and I'm here with David Jones with Covenant Title. He's the president, and today we're going to discuss title fraud. David, home title fraud has been in the news quite a bit lately. Why is that?
Well, I think it's been in the news because there are companies out there trying to sell products to people to protect them from home title fraud. And I think those advertisements are almost instant, they overstate the problem, and they're almost trying to frighten customers into getting this product. And in Texas, I'm not sure that that product is needed. There's ways people can protect themselves rather than paying $20 a month to somebody else to send them alerts.
Do other people in the industry share your opinion?
As a matter of fact, the Attorney General of Texas shares my opinion, I think, because he's done an investigation in one of those companies about a lot of the statements they're making, and wants to know, is investigating to see if those are overstated, if they're false, if they're deceptive. And yeah, he started an investigation back in January of some of this issue.
Wow. So the prospect of fraud does exist, right?
Yes, no, it's real. It does exist. And there are really two types of fraud. One that's been in the news a little more lately is squatters, where they will move into your vacant property and they will just start to live there. And that's not title fraud in the sense that we're going to talk about it today, but in some states especially, it can be tough to get them out there because of laws protecting tenants. And the people that are in there say, hey, I'm a tenant, I have permission, and then it's kind of hard to get them out. But your protection against that is simply being vigilant. If you've got vacant property, go by and look at it. Have somebody else go by and look at it. If you've got vacation property, make sure somebody's checking on it. And that's the way you avoid that situation. The other side is just pure title theft. And that's where somebody goes in and they forge a deed instrument, some type of instrument. They file in the real estate records that says that they now own the property instead of you. And that's the fraud that we're really talking about today. It's more prevalent, but it's also easier to protect yourself against.
So how do these fraudsters benefit from going to all this trouble of fraud?
Well, they can benefit in a couple ways by drawing money off of it. One is they put the property in their name, and then they go to a bank and they apply for home equity loan or something and get the proceeds, and then they disappear. And then pretty soon the bank is trying to figure out who owns the property and trying to collect their loan, and they may ultimately contact the homeowner about that. The other way they can get money is they can sell the property. You know, they say, okay, I own it, the deed's filed, I'm going to sell the property to you. They close the transaction and take off with the money.
Wow. So what should people do to protect themselves?
Well, there's several ways to protect yourself against title theft. One is, again, being vigilant. In Texas, in order to convey real property, you have to file a deed in the real estate records of the county. Okay, so if I buy property in Potter County, I have to file a deed in that county. So one of the things would be to check the real estate records every so often to make sure your house is still in your name. And in most counties, it's very easy to check your records. I mean, especially in Potter and Randall County, there's Potter and Randall are combined as an appraisal district. So PRAD, Potter Randall Appraisal District, there's prad.org, and you can go on prad.org, just put that in, and then the landing page, the screen has a button for searching property. So you just click that button, it goes to another page, you enter your name or your address, and a listing of properties in your name or a listing of properties at that address will come up, and you'll be able to tell right away whether the property is still in your name. So it's very easy, very quick, and it's free.
Great.
So that's what you look for. When you're buying property, the other thing to protect yourself so that you're not buying fraudulent property is, guess what? buy title insurance, which Covenant Title would be glad to help you with. But that's, when you're purchasing property, fraud can occur then too if you're the buyer and that person didn't really own it. But your best way to protect yourself there is take advantage of title insurance.
Well, thanks for joining us here today, David, on West Texas Living. If you have any questions regarding title insurance or title fraud, give Covenant Title a call or come by and see them at their new location on Hillside between Coulter and Soncy.
We'd love the opportunity to help you out, and thank you for having me today.